Hello, I'm going to do a reading from Earth Magic. Let me shuffle. And Spirit, what would you like us to know from the Earth Magic Oracle? From the Earth Magic Oracle. For all signs, okay. We have Breach, the whale. I saw a whale breach like this in Hawaii, way out. It wasn't that close, but I could see it from where I was camping. Ceremony, invocation, looks like she has a crystal vortex that she has her hands over. Candles. There's a snake and some smoke down here in the corner. And then a basket. Feathers. Meadow vulnerability. Purple and yellow flowers. So let's find out what those mean. Whale breach. Whale breach is on page 149. If you're into the numerology, 149. Whale breach. This powerful creation of the ocean takes a few great sweeps with its fins and propels itself briefly out of the water, where he spends the majority of his life. He's taken a break from the ordinary earth elements in which he lives to exist even for a few moments in the realm of blue skies and sun, having broken through the skin of the water of the ocean in a magnificent display of fullness and strength. All baleen whales breach, but none more spectacular than the humpbacks. Considered the acrobats of this family, they arch, stretch, and twist their bodies even as they approach the surface of the water. What may be an ancient mating ritual, a form of communication, or even a way to remove parasites. In this image, the humpback whale that has burst out of the ocean expresses an almost palpable feeling of release and joy. Often when we manage to change our environment to break through illusory blockage, we experience an intense feeling of relief and can let go of any previously held fears and assumptions of what would happen once we did overcome that barrier. Whether it's material, emotional, or mental, simply getting away from the trance of technology for a few hours and spending that time in nature is a breach from the traps of civilization that can suffocate us and prevent us from connecting to Earth. It is time to take a break, not just a coffee break, but a respite from the usual environment you find yourself in. That trip you wanted to take, go for it. Tired of being indoors? Make it a point to get outside. You become so attracted to their surrounding that you have created within them an illusion of safety. Yet it is not these things that make you feel safe. Rather, the familiarity you have imbued them in the surroundings that have generated this false sense of security. Imbued. IMBUED. Taking time away from the familiar is literally about changing your external environment in a significant way, such as doing something unusual or perhaps something you have always wanted to experience. Another perspective is breaking through the barrier of beliefs that have constricted you in any way from being who you truly are. This is your opportunity to do some intentional breaching of these thoughts patterns, which will open you to different worlds and perspectives. Okay. Well, I'm on the brink of a breach, I believe. Let's try ceremony. On page 26. For those who are into numerology. Okay, ceremony, invocation. It is a sacred ceremony that we have one of the greatest opportunities to experience communication with Source, one where the perceived duality of both heaven and earth merge into an experience of divine through the use of sacred pieces that have become imbued with spiritual significance. We bring forth ceremony catalyzed by clear intention and preparation. Sacred ceremony is prayer in action. In this image, a woman kneels before an altar where a number of crystals are placed, light emanating from her hands. We see incense burning, snake spirit resting nearby, and a various ethereal being appears in a cloud. Okay. A wispy shroud of light around her head. All the while, the tapestry upon which she sits appears to be on fire, symbolizing the fiery passion brought on by an intense focus of spirit that has been invoked from the ceremony. Calling spirit forth in this way facilitates a direct and heartfelt sense of relatedness to Source, whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or another manifestation of mental, emotion, and physical blockage. You have drifted from the intimacy with spirit from which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to retain an experience of spiritual power that is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit but also material objects you consider sacred. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from the usual life space. Start with representations of 4 major elements: earth, air, fire, and water, and then add just a few sacred objects. Set your intentions for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, or honoring a particular earth, season, or cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides, Breathe your presence and ask these divine beings to guide you throughout the process. Trust their guidance. Feel your heartbeat and keep breathing. Breath is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. And meadow. Look for meadow. Meadow. It's on page 998. 98. 98. Numerology, people. Meadow vulnerability. The meadow in this card invites us in with its beauty and openness. The flowers have arranged themselves in a poetic design to orchestrated by nature, and the lush rolling fields urge us to relax and stay for a while. Yet for some, the idea of being in such an open space is terrifying, and in an expansive meadow like this, we may feel exposed and defenseless, lacking the perceived safety of the enclosed area. For others, walking through a meadow can be an exquisitely satisfying experience. We can feel comfortable in the openness and visibility, enjoying the 360-degree view and nothing but the sky above. Yes, we may still feel vulnerable, but with a twist. This is the vulnerability built on the foundation of trust rather than fear, the capacity to trust our own instincts to tell us if there are any potential threats we must respond to. By relying on this instinctual knowing, we can relax and enjoy the beauty of the surrounding that surrounds us. You are in a place now where you can take risk with your feelings, and even more important, take risk with the truth of who you are, the truth you know in your heart and soul. You no longer need to be subjected to your conditioned fear or letting others know who you really are. Yes, others may judge, evaluate, criticize, and perhaps even put you down. They are very real possibilities. Yet, by trusting that you have the strength to deal with these reactions, rather than responding adaptively and always planning it's safe, you can more confidently allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allows holding back from expressing your holding back from expressing your truth can create an illusion of safety, but armed with your trust and your faith, you can choose to be vulnerable and share your authentic self with the world. So that was the reading from Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen D. Farmer. Thank you for listening. All right.